Members of the board. We are still working on radios. Right now, I believe last meeting, June meeting, Mr. Lanford mentioned to you that we were working on we're going to begin to work on a MOU with the city prior to putting an RFP out on the street. This MOU would outline frequencies that would be shared by both localities, as well as a tower site that would be mutually beneficial, as well as some other things. The plan was to meet last week. That meeting got postponed. We had to get through some vacations in June, and we were set to meet last week, obviously, with recent events. So we have not been able to sit down with the city as of yet. We will reschedule that meeting, and the idea is to bring that MOU to the board and to city council at the August meeting, and then put the RFP out on the street after that sometime in August. So be looking for that to be on in front of you at the August meeting, and hopefully we can get that meeting to happen with the city in the next few weeks. So if there's any questions, but that's kind of where we are right now.
What's your RFP for? What do you bid? Towers? Tower sites?
The system in its entirety. That would include new tower sites, new hardware, radios. It would be a UHF banded system is what the RFP would be for.
Do you have any idea how much money we're talking about?
Depending on, there are several different options. With radio usage within the system, number of tower sites, somewhere, if I had to guess, Mr. Nicely, I'm guessing somewhere between $6 to $8 million.
I think you'll recall at the last meeting, we discussed the cost estimates for the project and the anticipated annual debt service payments that we had so far. When we put the request for proposals on the street, we're going to ask the responders to also provide financing options, and we'll compare those to the financing options that Ryan has already received from the VML VACO pool finance program. Those numbers that we mentioned at the June meeting were $600,000 to $900,000 annually in debt service payments to build out the improved radio system.
But you won't know until you go out to bid and find out exactly what it is for.
Right, and get responses back from vendors. AECOM, our consultant, as part of their due diligence for this project, did provide some of those cost estimates for us and their earlier studies. So yeah, that $6 to $8 million mark is, depending on some of the variables within the system itself, was the range they provided.
And we met with Ryan, myself, Richard Douglas, Eric Tyree, and J.B. Brookman have met and discussed those very things that he mentioned at a high level. And now Ryan and J.B. and Eric will delve into the details to put together the formal MOU. But the conversation we had at the high level was very favorable.